Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. So I just got home from town and I'm going to go through and show you what I picked up. When I show you this, for those of you who don't know, I do have a freezer full of meat. I've got a pantry, so this is a little bit eclectic. Some of the things were on sale, some of the things I just picked up because we needed them. So I'm going to turn around and I will show you what I got, and then we'll talk about the prices of some of it when I'm done. Okay, sorry about the sun. It is glaring in here and it's later than I intended this to be, but I got a whole bunch of lemons for lemon water, some bananas for smoothies, and my husband takes one for work every day. And these were a pretty good deal. They were $1.50, roughly $1.69, somewhere around there. And they're like 3 or 4 pounds of onions. I got 2 of those because I will chop them up and put them in the freezer so they're ready to go. I got some lemons and I got some papayas because I think they must be in season. I'm not sure, but I don't see them there all the time, and they've been here the last few weeks, so I've been picking up 1 or 2 each week. And then I'm just cutting these up and putting them in the freezer for smoothies. I got a whole bunch of celery for our celery juice. And 2 bags of oranges because we put this in our water, plus we eat them. Plus sometimes I put them in smoothies, it just depends. But they last in the fridge for a really long time if you wash them right. So, also got some cilantro. Also for smoothies, but also for just using fresh for guacamole or whatever. So the berries I got from a local farm, and these were not that great of a deal, but I really like the idea of helping out somebody local, so we picked these up. Also got these big old carrots back here. Look how big they are. They're huge. Anyway, got some of those. Got some sourdough bread, some Dave's Killer bread. Got 3 bags of the corn tortilla chips, and these were about $1.29, I think, $1.25, $1.18, somewhere around there is what these were. I got 3. We'll go through these in the next month or 2, somewhere around there. And got some of these boxes of crackers. These wound up being 88 cents a piece because the Albertsons app, I had $4 off of 4 boxes and they were $1.99. So they wound up being 88 cents a piece somehow or another. And then I got the 4 pizzas. These were $4.99. Actually, they were $4.49 because I had coupons for them. I got those, got 1 too many jugs of milk. I had forgotten that when I put my Albertsons order in, I had ordered one. So now I have an entire gallon of milk. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but maybe some potato soup or something to that effect. Got some half and half for coffee. Got some pepperoni. What I'm going to do with that, I'll probably make one of these tonight, is just take some French bread, cut it in half, you know, puts the cheese on it, and pepperoni, but some pizza sauce or whatever, and just kind of make my own French bread pizza. I got some denture cleaner because we were out, and I very seldom ever buy one of anything, so I got 3. They were also on a really good sale. They were only $2 a piece. So, also got some ranch for when the kids come over. So, all of this together, let's see, all of that, the produce, berries, all of this stuff. Oh, and this watermelon is, I also got this big, huge watermelon along at the same place I got the carrots and berries. So, all of this stuff, I spent $14 at the farmer's market. I spent $30 at Albertsons and $85 at Winco. So that is, let me see, 85 and 14, we'll say 15. That's 100 plus 30. Yeah, 130. It's pretty good, I think. So as you can see, I'm dressed differently, my hair is done differently, whatever. This is the next day. So I'm recording this part the next day. So what I was saying yesterday in the earlier part of the video is that I had gotten some of the berries, the watermelon, carrots. I got some of those from a farm. And it is so amazing, this farm. I think it's great that people can still do this. Everything's on an honor system, so there's a box, like they have a piece of paper and a pen and a calculator for you to figure out how much all your stuff costs, and it tells you how much everything is. And then and it has a box where you just put either your money or a check, or they do Venmo. I think that's amazing that they even still do that. But I'm sure you have something like that around where you live somewhere. I mean, maybe not the honor box, but the same kind of where it's fresh produce, where it's cheaper than it is at the store. So that's one thing, looking around your area and seeing what there is. The other thing is that a lot of things that we've put in the freezer have been free. Like blackberries, pear sauce, applesauce, so many things that we've been able to put in the freezer. I've brought home, or they've grown here at our house, and I wash them up, cut them up, and put them in the freezer. There's also so many things you can do as far as, like those onions, for example. Those were really cheap. I'm going to cut those up and I'm going to put them in the freezer. Now, a lot of people might be thinking, well, I don't have that much freezer space, which would be a challenge. They might also think they don't have anywhere for a freezer. Now, I've seen a lot of people put a freezer in maybe an extra bedroom, or even their bedroom, put a blanket over it, put their TV on top of it, you know. And so that might be something that could be useful. Also, I don't know, I know not everybody has a garage, but if you do have a garage, a stand-up freezer is pretty cheap. You can pick one up for like $300, and even cheaper than that when it's on a better sale. And so keeping that in mind, I can't remember the month it is that appliances are at the best sale. I think it's Labor Day. I think it's September. It might be right now. Anyway, that's something. And then another thing is making sure that you're using all of your benefit. Like let's say you have a Kroger, a Safeway, Albertsons, something like that, where you have the app. I know some of the apps are confusing, and it took me forever to learn how to use the app for our Albertsons for like the drive up and go feature. And it is a little bit confusing, but learn how to do it. Just watch a YouTube video. That's also free. And it'll kind of talk you through how to do it either on your laptop or your computer or your phone. So just get familiar with those things. And then also Grocery Outlet also has an app. And I don't go there very often, so I didn't put that one on my phone. But that's just something to think about. And then I know also there's some people who don't like to use those apps because they don't want their information, you know, in more places than it already is. But to that, I mean, I understand the issue, but also your information is everywhere. And here's the way I figure it. If I can get some sort of an advantage of my information being everywhere, I'm going to do that. So those are just a few tips. There is so many places. So here where I live in Oregon, we used to have, you can look this up and see if there's something like this in your area, but it was called the Gleaners, which they go to different, like different farms, different orchards, all of that. And they will take the produce that's left and then divvy it out. And so you could check and see if there's something like that in your area. As a matter of fact, I'm going to check and see if there's something, if they're still operating in my area. But just a few things to think about. We always think of things as far as at the grocery store. And I just want to encourage you to think beyond that. And I know that there's a lot of people who even grow tomatoes out on their patio, like in a hanging plant, you know, in a hanging pot. So that would be something. I know a lot of people grow herbs. you know, on their porch or whatever it is, or on their patio in their apartment. So that could be something as well. Just something to think outside of the box. So thank you for staying this long, you guys, and staying till the end. And I appreciate all of you. And I will see you in the next video. All right, bye.